Summer is definitely in full effect here in Chicago. It's hot, sweaty just walking from place to place, and there's tourists and traffic everywhere.
Never ever find the right words, and there's no way this is real life. There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right. It feels right, it feels right. Yeah, I can only say that it feels right.
Just finished 6.12 miles, about 55 minutes, a hair over 9 minutes a mile. That's my goal pace, the new goal pace anyway. I'm tired. I had to really hoof it in to make that 9 minutes. My last mile was at 8:20. The fifth mile was at 8:21, so that's about as fast as I can go. And I didn't really run an average of 9 minutes a mile. I took a couple of breaks to get some video footage of the lake and of myself running, but you know, that helps kind of pass the time. I was telling my buddy when we were in the Soldier Field 10 afterwards that, man, when I was like mentally not able to go any further, I would just start videotaping, and that would kind of make me feel at least a little distracted so that I could keep going. So I like running with the GoPro.
There's no telling you're the right girl, so I can only say that it feels right. It feels right. It feels right. It feels right.
Summer is definitely in full effect here in Chicago. It's hot, sweaty just walking from place to place, and there's tourists and traffic everywhere. My wife and I ended up eating lunch at BOP N Grill today, which is a place that I've been meaning to go to. You know, I was planning on eating at the food truck fest today, but there was also a big house music kind of party going on at the same time, so the crowd was huge there today. Lines were really long, and didn't really see anything that was interesting to me. 40%, maybe not 40%, there was 2 out of maybe the 5 or 6 trucks that were there were deep dish. I didn't really find that to be all that interesting. And then everything else that might have interested us looked like it was going to have a super long line, so we ended up deciding, oh, we were going to come home after lunch anyway, so why not come home and eat in the hood. BOP N Grill is a place that I've been meaning to eat since it opened up probably over a year ago at this point. It's right on Belmont, right off the red line stop there. And it's like a Korean-American burger fusion place now. My wife and I don't really eat burgers anymore. They did have like a couple of dishes that we could eat. They had a bibimbop that we could add some tofu to. That was pretty good. Their tofu is like, I don't know if it's breaded or what, but it's got a nice crispy coating on it. It's like deep fried, so super delicious, recommend it. My wife had the tofu and kimchi, tofu and kimchi dish, which had the same tofu and kimchi over better rice. Now the kimchi wasn't fried, it wasn't straight out of the jar either, it wasn't cooked, it was warm, it was more like a stewed kimchi. So more like the kimchi from like a kimchi doenjang, if you know what that's like. That was pretty good too. And then I split the kimchi fries, which is basically cheese fries with some kimchi on top and bacon. We tried to pick off the bacon since we're not eating meat. It was pretty good. A weird combination for sure. I would never pick those things to go together. But it works. You've got like the really heavy, fatty cheese, and it gets cut with the acid of the kimchi. And the kimchi also adds a nice spice. So overall, it's a dish that works for me. But it was super heavy. As soon as we got home, I ended up passing out for a while. I'm sure a 6-mile run that I ran this morning also kind of had something to do with it. But man, it put me like in an instant food coma.